Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin and we are doing another crochet stitch tutorial. What? I know, I can't be stopped. We are completing our herringbone journey with the double crochet herringbone or herringbone double crochet. I've seen it written both ways. To each its own on how you want to say it. That's one thing I love about crochet is that so many stitches can have so many different names because they can be developed by so many different people, and like crochet is fascinating to me. But so what are we doing here? I'm doing stitch tutorials based on your suggestions. If you make a request, I will add it to the list and I will get to it. How am I picking the yarn? That is Miss Bingo. Little Miss Bingo picks the shade of purple. Why is it purple? Because Heather the Crochet Witch and I went on a purple adventure trying to find the perfect purple to match the Hirschner's Neon Lights yarn, because the neon purple in the line does not actually match the purple, which is weird. So we found it. We have located it. It was hidden right under our nose, right at Hirschner's. Not before I went a little crazy and bought a whole heck of a lot of purple yarn. So we're using up that purple yarn. I'm making little stitch swatches, I'm calling them, and then I'm putting it together in a blanket that will commemorate the whole journey. Bingo has chosen our next purple. We are using Super Saver, Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway medium purple. This was one, I bet you Amazon is here. This is one that I had high hopes. I thought this was going to be the winner. It did not match. It did not match. But we're putting it in the blanket. It's going to be a purple monster blanket, but the experience was a lot. It was fun. It was fun. We got a little obsessed, but we found it in the end. And now we're going to use it for this. Wait, they might have rung my doorbell. Okay. I'm going to start double crochet herringbone with this, and I will see you later at the table. Okay, talk to you soon. So here we go. This is the finished swatch of the double crochet herringbone stitch, or the herringbone double crochet, whichever way you would like to refer to it. I've read both. I've seen both, so I don't know which one is proper. You do you. What I have here is I've done 100 stitches and 4 rows of it, and that's what I'm going to add to my stitch sampler lapgan type thing I'm making. Not quite sure what the dimensions are going to end up being. We're going to see how this thing develops. I was kind of wondering if maybe I do panels. What do you think about panels? We'll see. I've now lost my train of thought because I started thinking about panels. Okay, so 4 rows. As you can see, the hallmark of the herringbone is the diagonal stitch, and you get that by doing the funky thing with the first loop before you pull up a loop like you would normally do. It's gonna all make sense when you watch the stitch tutorial shortly, but here we go. Here it is. I think this is a cool one. I do find this one works out a little looser, in my opinion, than my normal double crochets, so that might be something to think about if you want to use it. If you're looking for a looser stitch, that might be good. Okay, I will see you shortly with aforementioned tutorial. Okay, talk to you later. Bye. Hello, and I am back, and we are ready to talk about the double crochet herringbone stitch. So the project I'm doing, I need 100 stitches. So if you're starting from a chain, what you want is your 100 stitches plus 2. So you can chain any amount, just add 2 to the end for your start. I am once again using 5mm crochet hook, an H hook. This is my boy. And the yarn, this one is Red Heart Super Saver in medium purple. Okay, I need to keep my hands here on the mat. Okay, so what we're gonna do, this is a 1 row repeat, and it's just worked in a single stitch, so it's not too complicated. This is the double crochet herringbone, or the herringbone double crochet. I've seen it referred to as both ways. Now what we're going to do is start in the third chain from the hook. So 1, 2, here's our third chain. We're going to yarn over like a normal double crochet. You're going to go into the chain, yarn over, pick up your loop. You've got 3 loops on the hook. You're going to stop here. You're going to take the last loop on the hook, the third loop on the hook, and bring it through the second loop on the hook. So now you have 2 loops on the hook. You're going to yarn over, go through, yarn over, go through like a normal double crochet. So again, what's going to give it the angle there is going through that first loop here. So you've gone in, yarn over, you've got 3 loops on your hook. You're going to pull that first loop through the second, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, 1, 2, double crochet. And as you can see, the stitch is already leaning to the left. So yarn over, go through the chain, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook. Pull the first loop through the second, yarn over, 1 loop, yarn over, 2 loops. Yarn over, go through the chain, yarn over, pull through. You've got 3 loops on your hook. Pull the first loop through the second. Oop, I split my yarn. That's okay. Through 1, through both. And we're done. Yarn over, through the chain. Yarn over, pull it through. 1, 2, 3 loops on the hook. Go through, yarn over, go through the 1 loop. I keep splitting the yarn here. And go through the second. And you can see we've got a good tilt going, and that is what we want. That is the signature of the herringbone stitch. I like to think it looks like the parquet floors that were so popular in days past. So let's do maybe 3 more, and then I'm not going to make you sit through all 100 of my stitches, don't worry. And then we will break. So yarn over, go through the chain, 3 loops on your hook, bring the first loop under the second, yarn over through the first loop, yarn over through the 2 remaining hoops. They're loops. Oh my goodness. Okay. You've got your thing, you've yarned over, you've got your loop on the hook, you've yarned over. We're going to do our double crochet. 3 loops, 2 loops. Yarn over through the first, yarn over through both. Yarn over through the stitch, through the chain, yarn over, 3 loops. Yarn over, or you don't yarn over, you just go through. 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through the remaining 2. There you go. That is the essence of it. Go as long as you want your chain, and you will, you know, any chain amount, just add 2 to the end for the little start doobly-doo. And then, in my calculation, this does not count as a stitch. The starting chain will not count as a stitch. I'm going to show you, I'll come back at the end, show you how I turn and start the next row. In my opinion, you can do it one of 2 ways. I prefer one method, but either method would be appropriate in my opinion, and it's just your style of crochet and what you like to do. There is no right or wrong way, as long as you are getting a end product that you like. That is my stance on this. Yeah, so I will be back when I'm nearing the end of this. I'll try to remember to stop when I'm like 3 to 5 stitches from the end and resume filming. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. And I am back. I split the difference and stopped with 4 stitches remaining. So yarn over, into the chain, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook. Go pull the first loop through the second, yarn over, through 1 loop, yarn over, through the remaining 2. Yarn over, through your chain, yarn over, 3 loops on your hook. Do not yarn over, pause. Pull your first loop through your second, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, through your chain, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook. Pause, pull your first loop through your second, yarn over, through the 1, yarn over, through 2. Last stitch, yarn over, through your chain, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops. You're going to pull the first through the second, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, through 1, yarn over, through the remaining 2. Okay, so this is where I differ. I like to turn my work here. Oops. I wasn't watching to see if I was in frame. Okay, so there's 2 different ways you can do it. At this point, you can chain up 1 or you can chain up 2 to start your next row. I prefer the chain up 1. I think it's less bulky and less confusing to me. If I chain up 2, I will often debate and say, wait a second, does that count as a stitch? Does it not? But if I just chain the 1, it's easier. But if you prefer to chain up 2, go for it. You do you, whatever works best for your method of crochet. So chained up 1, I'm going to yarn over, go through the first stitch because this doesn't, your chain does not count. So first stitch, yarn over. You've got your 3 loops on your hook. You're going to pause, pull the first through the second, 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2. So it's the exact same thing. Yarn over, go through your stitch, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 1, through 2, good job. Yarn over, through your stitch, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook. Pause, pull your first loop through your second, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're just going to continue doing this down the length of your chain. So what I find when I'm working this stitch, it ends up very loose. I think it might be this part that makes it loose, going through the first loop. I don't know. I'm not fully sure. My normal double crochets aren't quite as loose as this one is, but so it goes. This is just what I find. Let me know if you do this stitch and if you find the same thing, that you tend to do it looser than other stitches. Yarn over, through the stitch, 3 loops on your hook. You're going to pull the first, oh no, you're gonna not lose that loop. We're gonna start over. 3 loops on our hook. You're gonna pull the first one through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, through 1, yarn over, through 2. Oh, I split that stitch. We're gonna just fix that there. There we go. So I do kind of find sometimes it's easier to like pinch here when I'm doing it, but I don't want to block your view. So that could also be why it's a little looser. Through there and through there. But if I were to do it kind of how I prefer, I put my thumb there, kind of stabilize it, and go. That is the double crochet herringbone stitch, or the double crochet herringbone stitch, or the herringbone double crochet. Let me know. I'm going to continue working this all the way down. I don't think you're going to need another demonstration of the chaining up. It's just that same pattern throughout, as many rows as you want. I am going to do 4 rows before I add it to my blanket, and I will come back and show you what the stitch sampler blanket is looking like and where we're going next on this stitch tutorial adventure. Okay, so I will be back shortly for you, probably a little bit of time for me. Okay, talk to you later. Okay, and I am back. This is the blanket so far. I actually realized I made an error when I went to go put this row on. That was my my chain end, so that should have been connected here. But that's okay. I think it'll look just fine the way it is. So, as I mentioned in the video, I kind of did this stitch a lot looser than the other ones, so it's kind of wavy once I've connected it as a whole. I'm hoping it blocks out okay. but we'll see. I mean, this is just kind of a commemorating the Purple Adventure blanket for me. So I don't care if it looks a little funky. I don't feel it has to be super perfect for really any reason, but it's homemade. It's gonna look homemade. See there, you can see it buckling and waving. I fear that's a little too much buckle and wave for blocking to get rid of, but we'll see. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, so this is where we're at. This is the back side. I'm doing a single crochet to join the section, so I do have the little rib on the back side, which doesn't bother me. I know it bothers some people, but yeah, I am starting to think it is a bit too narrow. When I measure it out here, it's 26 inches wide. Even with a border, like if I put a 2-inch border around it, that'll take it to 30. I mean, that's much wider than my lap. So it probably would be a good lapgan size. But I've got a lot of purple. So I am now wondering if I should do like panels and have this be panel 1 and then work and make a panel 2. Of course, then I'd have to actually do some measuring and planning to make the panels the same size. Which, yeah, that seems like it's going to go well for me. Anyway, I don't know why I'm blabbering on. Here, I wanted to show you what the blanket is looking like as a whole for me. This is the double crochet herringbone double crochet section. This is the half double herringbone section, and this is the single crochet herringbone section. So now that we have done all 3 varieties, now you could do fancy things like do it in the back loop only, do it in the front loop only, all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into that. If that's something you want to do, you guys know which loops are which on your work, right? Although I don't know if you could do, if this one would work if you did it in the front and back loop, the single crochet. I don't think you'd get the same, I don't think you'd get the right effect. But I know you can do the half double and the double crochet front and back loop, and those look very nice. So which is my favorite of the 3? Which is your favorite of the 3? Let me know if you have a favorite. I had never done this before. I actually, I have a snag in my nail. I'd never done this one before. It was just a, hey, I know this and this exists. Does this exist? And then I found it. I think this is really cool, but it's very stiff. But I think it would look really cool as like the top trim of bags, or maybe the brim of a hat, or like the wrists of a sleeve. I think it would be nice and stiff and snug for that. I think of the 3, my favorite is the half double herringbone. Just my preference. Everybody's gonna like something different, and I totally respect that. I totally respect your opinions on that. Okay, so I'm gonna fold this up, put it to the side to work on later when I get to it. Okay, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I hit the tripod. Okay, so as I've said in the past, the hey Bingo, need you for a second. You need to pick the next purple for the purple project. We are, pick your purple out of the bin, whichever purple you want next. Totally up to you, lady. I'll move it out of the way. Which purple do you like? Oh, you're going deep in the bin. Deep. Whoa. Okay, let's do it. I got it. Thank you, honey. All right. We are doing this electric purple Bernat Premium in the color Ultraviolet. Thank you, honey. You can go back to plan. I love you. And so, as you can see, Bingo picks the purples. This one is going to be too dark for a tutorial purpose. So for the tutorial, I will pick out a lighter color and do it in that once I find a lighter color. Oh, look here, I have a partial skein of Big Twist Shine in white. There we go. Got that on clearance at Joann's once I needed it for a project. I've lost my train of thought. Oh, the next stitch we're gonna do. These are all based on your suggestions. So if you have a stitch you would like me to show, just pop it in the comments. I'm putting it on the list as they are requested. The next one, I'm going to be honest, might be a little bit, I might have a little bit of lead time into preparing this one. It is the Catherine's wheel stitch. What? I'm going to be honest. I've seen it. I've attempted it once to disastrous results, and kind of said, okay, maybe I'll do it again in the future. I am now much more skilled at crochet, and I am prepared to tackle it again. But yeah, I'm going to practice. I practice and then come and do the tutorial, so I know I can do it. But the plans are Catherine wheel. If for some reason I cannot do it, I'll let you know and I'll show you something else. Whatever's next on the list. I think it's extended stitches were requested after that. We did have a request for an edging, and I don't think I can do an edging with my current concept, but I have an idea because I like to do these as part of other projects, and Bingo wants a sweater made, and I think the edging request would look really cute around the collar. So that's my plan for that one. Okay, no, the next one is not extended stitches. I had a request for the split single crochet. So we're going to do Catherine's wheel and then split single crochet, and then I do have the extended stitches next. And so yeah, we've got 5 stitches in queue. Get yours on the list and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Alrighty, so I will talk to you later. Oh, how to make your requests. You can just put them in the comment box below, or you can email me, or, you know, post it on my Facebook group. Whatevs, I'll get them whatever way I can. Okay, but yeah, I will now talk to you later. Bye!